Hello and welcome to Andertons TV. I'm in keyboard corner, the proverbial, with Dreadbox Synths, which are new to Andertons. I'm straddling at the moment the Erebus, which is one of their synthesizer offerings. From memory, the Erebus was a primordial god that represented all things dark and evil. And this is made by a Greek company, which is odd for synthesizer bits and everything else musical, but it tastes lovely under the fingers, just like a lovely kebab. Cool, that was what you heard first of all, is just the first oscillator, oscillator 1, and I'm sorry for getting the... Cool, oscillator 1. It's got a few footages, so it can go quite low. That is in the saw wave. We're going to listen to the square wave. Cool, saw wave. Cool, and I said cool already a few times, and I know people don't like that, so let's take that back. Forgive me. I'm going to try to take it out the rest of my what's it called? Yeah, getting all the wrong words. Here we go. Doesn't matter. And then we go over to the second oscillator. So if I put this mix over here and we listen to this one. Turn that off. Cool, so that's a saw wave on the second oscillator. Slightly less in terms of the range of pitch. We've got a triangle in this bad boy. Everyone loves a triangle. Hypotenuse. yeah. Brought a laugh out of Pete, Danish Pete. Okay, now we just had a what's that?
Triangle. How do you make a triangle into a square?
I don't know, Pete.
You shave it. Carry on.
Cool. We listened to the two raw sounds of that. The two oscillators together. What's unique about this little box, this little Greek box of joy, is that underneath it, it's got glide settings, and I haven't had a go with this yet. It's the first time I sat down at it, and so let's have a little ganders. So we can mix the two oscillators together, so two saw waves will sound like this. We can change, make everyone feel really sick at your gig. Cool, lots of minor pentatonic today and lots of cools. That's mixed together, but you can set their glide independently. So let's see what happens if we just go 12 o'clock. If I've... So you'll be hearing that on the next #1 record, I'm sure. But that can happen, which is fantastic. Moving on, we got to filter that stuff down. So if I just get one oscillator on the go again, let's listen to the filter. One oscillator going jack. It's a 2-pole filter from memory. It's like a 12 dB one. So let's have a little listen. No resonance. Exciting. Half-mast resonance. So when I look at my best half-mast. Oh, full resonance. Sorry for everyone's ears now. Oh, channeling the spirit of Erebus. Very characterful, very characterful. We'll leave it at that. We'll keep rattling through this stuff. Got that. I don't want to get in the way of the camera. We got a simple attack and release on the VCA, which is the amplitude of the stuff, so how loud it is. So we can soften the attack, put a bit of release. Lovely. We got that. Let's try that with a couple those saw waves. You can hear, okay, there was a cool example of the two glides going together. So some of the James Blake tracks you can hear a lot of different glides going on. He does that with a Prophet, I think, a lot of the time. But really unique, idiosyncratic features, some might say. We've got an envelope here which is for the filter, so let's get a bit of squelch on there. We'll go back to that one oscillator to hear the differences a bit better. Sorry. Take the glide off so I can actually play it. Nice, so you can hear that. Let's put a bit of just knob twiggling. You can adjust the depth of that, so how much the envelope changes the filter over time. That's what we're doing with the envelope. Cool, there we are. It's got an LFO in there. We can change with two waveforms. So the LFO you can use to modulate bits. We've got this lovely little patch bay here. So if I just pull out a little patch cable. You like that, Pete? Right, so let's do some plumbing in. We don't normally do this in Andertons, and see what we want to get going. So that LFO, let's have a look where we plug it. LFO, and we'll get the LFO to change the, what should we do? The VCF, which is the cutoff frequency of the filter. So let's see what happens. Hear that getting really fast, that LFO, so not quite into the audio range or something like that. And we'll try that on the square. Thoroughly excited. Let's whack another oscillator, and we're still on just the one oscillator. Cool. Let's unplumb that bad boy. All right, and we'll go back to just this noise. What was unique as well about this little box is that we're in unison at the moment, which means both oscillators are being used every time we hit a note. Now, if I whack it into this little 2 thing, it's a paraphonic synthesizer, which is means you can split the oscillators and play them. You almost get 2 notes instead of 1. So let's have a listen. Bit of release. Cool, so you can hear that working, unison. You see how if I hold that down it changes to the next note. So there you go. Close to 500 quid buys you 2 notes at the same time, which is a hell of a lot of value. Don't worry, I got another one in my ass. I'm trying to put some life into these things, you know. They're fabulous. They're fabulous. I'm trying to get into it, you know. And then we've got a super unique feature, which I don't need this for. It's got a delay built in it, and it's up here. It's digital, but Bucket Brigade flavour. So chaps who are into guitar pedals, you know, things like Memory Mans and carbon copies, you know, that's what they're going after on here. So let's go for something a bit purer so we can hear the delay. Oh, we'll go for a 16-foot square wave. Sounds exciting to me. There we go, turn that off. Get all the, get it wide open. All this. That's what she said. Cool. And just so I can see, well, I'm not missing any features. So we've got a mix on the delay. Cool, so let's have a listen to that. nursery rhymes. But you can hear that. And with this paraphonic, I can get that going. Oh, let's get the two voices on, sorry. Mix. Take the glide off. We'll get that more in tune. At the edge right now. Let's crank up the feedback, see if it gets nasty. So pretty freaky deaky stuff in there. Let's see if we can do some more things with the patch bay, because if you've got other bits of kit that have CV outputs and are modular in nature, this will integrate in really well. Andertons are starting to take stock of more of these bits of kit. So let's have a look. You can actually, the mod I think is, we'll use whatever control you got with the mod wheel, we can assign that to something. So how about we do it to the echo? Let's see what happens there. Do all that funky stuff. Take the feedback down, let's get something going. I don't think I'll patch it in. God, all the synth. Oh, depth. Let's have a look. I'm sure you're all positively riveted by my exploration. Let's see if I can do it with the filter so we can hear it. There you go. So that's the nature of patch bays and analog things. Say you're a guitarist, you like smoking weed and fiddling with knobs and delay pedals, you're going to enjoy playing with this. Because you can, whatever your mind dreams up, you can patch it in if you want it to. I've talked about boiling eggs before, but maybe even making some toast. You can assign that to the modulation wheel. Let's play around and see if I can get some music out of this thing. Unison. Let's take the filter down a bit. About that for knob twiddling goodness. There's some lovely demos of other chaps that are better than me than this and better at life in general, but just wanted to show you that it's exciting. Really not very expensive bit of kit, fabulously made. I love wooden end cheeks. A few other unique features about it. It's CV to MIDI converter, I think. Let me have a look around the back what we've got going on. MIDI through in there. Lovely bit of kit. And we're just going to take a look at another box they make as well, and I can embarrass myself with that. Welcome back. I know you haven't gone anywhere because we've edited it together and these aren't two different videos, so I'm talking nonsense. I just had a really nice fiddle with the Erebus from Greek synthesizer company, Dreadbox, and I'm sorry if I'm making light of these things. I'm trying to give you an impression. I really haven't tackled these synths before, and we just got them out of the box, and I was really on the Erebus. I love the fact you had the delay in there, and I could imagine the two of them put together, what I'm sat in front of, the NYX or the NYX, be a great combo because not very expensive for what they are, all handmade as well, and fully analog. Apart from that, had the old digital delay in there. I'll stop waffling and let's have a listen to this bad boy and see what happens. A lot of it is, I did have a quick look at the manual because some of the familiar things you used to seeing on synths weren't there, and my little pea brain struggled a bit. Let's have a listen. So, what I think we've got going on here is we've got one oscillator, and on the last synth as well, when I say it's got a wide ranging oscillator, you know, I've got a little keyboard here, so we can get really farty down there. And our lovely Taylor, who's operating the piano, is doing so well because he's having a sneezing fit. And you probably don't hear it, I just want to let you know that's happening, and he's being very professional about it. Cool, and again, I'm going to play in C because I've got this little tiny box, and anything else is even more limiting than my own brain. Cool, we've got that going. That is set to a saw wave. Let's listen to the square wave. And we've got pulse width modulation on there, so like moving the square around. Cool, so we're moving that around. Glide. Get all seasick again. Really changes, wide variety of timbre. That's just with one oscillator there. Really thin that out. Oscillator 2, so we drop the level down on this chap, put the level up on this chap. Similar, a little bit less range, but the way they interact, we should be able to get quite a wide variety going on, hopefully. So if I'll put both on, actually, put both levels up. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, nice, Jack. Good one. What am I doing? I mean, I question my existence when I do this stuff. It's great fun, but you're witnessing. I probably should be more professional and learn about stuff, but I'm trying to show you what it's like with an idiot like me in front of it. So we're going to go back to something that's a bit more palatable in the ear, and that's my fault. Now in here, we've got vibrato as well in this little section, so let's have a listen to that. Really handy, so if you do a lot of work, you find yourself setting up vibrato modulations, it's already built in there, nice. Get something quite subtle going. Or take that off. Try get the two working again. There we go, Jack, use your ears. So let's try, we've got two oscillators there in different footages. Take it to the square wave. Take it to the square wave! Of course, we've got the two oscillators cracking on there. Again, individual glide, which are terribly, you know, a bit of time you get some beautiful things going. Again, paraphonic in nature from the get-go. It had a switch on the other one. Inside it's got a dip switch, so you can change that to unison for all the fans of unison out there. Right, so you're getting a lot of the raw sound, very punchy, very squelchy, and we haven't even touched the filter yet. This is the bit that threw me. Top left, we've got a routing matrix here, and I thoroughly, if you're into seeing the full capabilities of it, check out the manual online, some really crazy diagrams that blew my mind. But essentially you've got two 12 dB filters in there that you can assign in really interesting ways. Maybe one filter for oscillator 1, one filter separate for oscillator 2, or you can, like what I've got it in here, baby mode, which is essentially both oscillators are going through both filters that are acting as one. So the two 12 dB filters turn into a 24 dB filter of doom, which we should be able to hear. If I get one oscillator going, cool. That was half mass resonance, no resonance. Lovely. And in this mode, so how you route the oscillators into the filter is pretty crazy. The options you've got, even here in the filter, I've got it in single mode, so it's acting as that. I can split the filter and I could have two different ramps of attack and decay happening on the filter. But what blew and through me, I love getting blown, was that they're not traditional ADSR on here. It seems to be a mixture of an LFO and an envelope. So let's see what happens. Let's see if I can learn. Okay. Put that half mark. Okay, so the level of the modulator, let's see what that does. So you can see that rise, fall and level. Guys that who own it are probably going, "Jack, you idiot," but this is an idiot sat in front of you for the first time. Level seems to be like the send to the envelope, and the rise, the speed of it. Cool. And the fall. And it's got this LFO mode. You see the light change. Really cool that it's represented with the light. Be great in low light situations, like sex parties. Danish Pete's got one every Sunday in. That's just with the one modulator. Let's see if we can get this other chap going. Oh, I've got to put it in split, I think. You see how we're right? We're learning together. We're learning together. You hear that? Disco pony, disco pony. That's because we've got the two filters on two different time zones, kind of working against each other. Very interesting. And here in the VCA, that controls the whole master level of the synth. Again, they call it a modulator. We can set it, I think, so it just. So this is attack and release. Really aquatic, like hundreds of tiny newts running from the pond to a local rave, and small birds. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to turn that on. Another So the Erebus had this cool delay feature. Love it as well. Very they got a reverb in here made by Crazy Tube Circuits, and I'm a bit of a pedal guy. It's called the Splash reverb pedal they do, so that's built in here. Let's have a listen to that, you know, the newts running, turning into birds, and what the reverb does to it. So if I slow that down. That's just bringing the mix up on the reverb. Put it into single mode. I mean, okay, I won't talk over it. Imagine sound design. You want a really cost-effective box. It's not a lot of money. Obviously, these prices change, and you know, I hope they're doing all right in Greece. I mean, we're not doing too well ourselves over here, so I don't know the relationship. I'm not going to mention price, but at the moment, really very affordable. Check it out. I like as well little touches like the design and the look of the chap, slightly different from the Erebus, but imagine you're trying to do sound design, you want to get away from your soft synths, so you've got Omnisphere and things like that, you want to get a bit more hands-on. Also, the fact that it's not traditionally labelled is, you're seeing me kind of flap about and be terrible, but you could, with a bit of time, it guides you with your ears instead of, you know, making sounds with your eyes. So that's another cool factor. Let's get it cooking again. Take that off. Great fun. Have no idea what I'd use it for other than fun like that. But as you can hear, imagine you were doing a score and you really want to get lost. Two of them again, semi-modular. I pulled a little patch cable out of my behind earlier on the Erebus, but same applies here. Imagine getting all that going, working together in sync. I love it. Okay, if I put this on, get them skipping together. Let's go. Right, I'm going to set the scene. It's dark outside. Danish Pete's party. You're looking for the entrance. Don't know where to go. It's sinister, but you know you can have fun once you get inside. I'm going to leave you there and come in and try it. Andertons is one of the few places, I'll dip my own level. Andertons is one of the few places where this is all out to play with. They've got little controller keyboards, that's there. Come in, get some headphones on, don't be embarrassed, and see if it inspires you. First time I sat in front of it, I'm getting inspired, and the sound of it as well, it's kicking out. We've only got one speaker in here, but a lovely bit of kit. I'm going to leave you in this odd nightmare that I've created.